welcome to White Wolf Yoga. Thanks for tuning in today. We're going to be focusing this session on how to Chaturanga. So this was a request that was sent in from a few of our subscribers, so thanks for that. And we're going to address really what Chaturanga is, how it's different from knees, chest, chin and plank, and how we can journey into finding a nice alignment through our posture. So I've got with me today a couple of blocks and a strap. Now you don't have to have these props, but if you do have them at home or have them handy, it might be an idea just to pause the video and grab them. If not though, we'll talk through different ways that we can find our pose. Okay, first of all, we're going to take ourselves down onto our mat and just bring ourselves to start in a tabletop position. So we just want to warm our wrists up a little bit here. So we'll take tabletop, the fingers spread nice and wide, the shoulders in line with the elbows, in line with the wrists, fingers spread nice and wide, knees underneath the hips, just pressing into the palms. We'll inhale, pop up and into a cow stretch, and exhale, press back and into cat. Let's just go once more on either side. Inhale as we press up and into cow, and exhale, push back and into cat. Finding a neutral spine and then just rocking from side to side on the hands, just getting those wrists warmed up. And then can you turn the hands the other way so that the fingers are pointing towards the knees? And just gently move backwards and forwards just to your capability, to your level of flexibility, so this doesn't want to feel strained. It's just to get the wrists nice and open. And then we'll come into tabletop. Push into kneeling, and last little bit for the wrists. We'll clasp the hands together here, bring the forearms together, and just get a circle motion into the hands, into the wrist joints, and then warming them up. Feels a bit weird, going the opposite way. And then just shake off. Okay, so first of all, we're going to talk through the difference between knees, chest, chin, and Chaturanga. So this might be something that you've heard in the middle of a flow when we're doing our sun salutations. We often say, coming down to a plank, and then from plank, you can either drop the knees and take a knees, chest, chin, pushing up into cobra or up dog, or we say from plank down to Chaturanga and up and into cobra or up dog, and either down dog, or you can have a rest in child's pose. So addressing the differences between knees, chest, chin and full Chaturanga. So knees, chest, chin is a much more gentle option. It's a nice way in of warming up and working towards full Chaturanga. And just talking through what we do here, breaking knees, chest, chin down. We draw the elbows in towards the ribs, the knees stay on the floor, and as we hug the elbows in towards the midline of the body, we lower the chin and the chest down towards the floor. So we're pressing through our hands, our shoulders you'll see are lower than the elbows, and the hips are lifted up and into the air. Our body weight is being helped with support by the knees. So this is a much more gentle pose than full Chaturanga. Let's push up into cobra or up dog, and then we'll just go back and rest into child's pose. So to warm up, we're just going to have a little flow of working on our knees, chest, chin, and being extra aware, extra conscious of our alignment. So let's feel into this. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, so you shift the shoulders forward a little. The chin and chest come down to hover above the floor, but you pick the hips up, look forward. Keep squeezing the elbows in. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, take it back and into child's pose. One more. Inhale, tabletop. Shift the shoulders forward. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Look forward. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, child's pose. Now if that feels enough for you, you can just stick with our knees, chest, chin here and just continue to build that strength into the arms, but into the core as well. Okay, so looking at the difference then, we've practiced our knees, chest, chin a few times. Let's look at full Chaturanga. So we take it from a plank position, heels are pushing away, shoulders are stacked over the wrists. Like knees, chest, chin, elbows hugging towards the body, but then we lower the shoulders down and the shoulders stop at elbow height. And then turn the toes The other way, press into cobra or up dog, and back and into child's pose. So this can be much easier said than done, especially when we're starting out with our chaturanga. So we're going to break down a couple of ways of just easing into the pose, take it stage by stage, and then you'll find sort of a variation of the posture that's going to work for you now, and just something that you can progress from until eventually you're in the full position. So I'm going to grab these blocks, and as I say, you don't need the blocks, but they can just, even if it's just a visual aid for this video, can just sort of help you kind of see the position of the body where we want it. So I'm going to position the blocks kind of where my shoulders are going to be. And these blocks are going to act as an aid for me to know where to stop with the shoulders. And if you haven't got the blocks at home, even just seeing it visually might just give you a little bit more awareness of where we want the body alignment to be. So I've got the blocks lined up, I've got my hands behind them, spread nice and wide. The knees are set a little bit further back than they would be for a tabletop to give us more of a half plank position. We're going to bring in that navel towards the spine, nice and strong through the core. Inhale. And as we exhale, squeeze the elbows in towards the ribs and lower the shoulders down to around our hip height. And you want that alignment from the shoulder to the elbow. And then press up. You can do it with or without the blocks. Inhale. Exhale, watch the shoulders. When they get to elbow level, stop it there and press up. Should we go another couple of goes in your own time? Inhale. Exhale. Watch those shoulders. Don't let them dip like this. Keep them in line. Push up. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Release. Have a rest back in child's pose. So the reason that we want the shoulders to stay in line with the elbows is to give us a nice, strong, supportive posture. If we get into the habit of dipping the shoulders below the elbows with the knees lifted, then we put a lot of weight into this part of the body. So by finding that correct alignment, those chaturanga arms, we're going to build a much stronger, safer posture. So that's something that we can practice. So we can work here with our knees at the floor, just getting the shoulders to elbow level, pushing back up. Another little tip I've got is working with a belt. So if you want to try with a belt, if you've got one at home, we want to create a loop that's about shoulder width apart. Watch that it's not too long, the loop, so that the arms end up like way apart like this, because that'll mean our elbows are not going to draw in towards the midline of the body. So we get the strap, take that loop and bring the loop just over the elbow so it's on the top of the arm, and then the hands come down. I'm just going to tighten that a little bit because otherwise my arms would be spreading too wide. Yeah, so that's about right. So they feel nice and supported in the arms. This is going to help keep our arms in position for us. And also, the middle bit of the strap here is going to be like a little hammock for our chest, so it's going to support us in the pose. And let's try it first with our knees on the floor. If you haven't got a strap, don't worry, just keep practicing what we were just doing. I'm going to do the same thing here, but with the use of the belt, and see how it goes. So inhale, exhale, lower the shoulders down. Inhale, press up. Exhale, take it down. Can you hold? 2, 1, and back. Take it down, and back. Okay, if you're getting that and it's starting to feel okay, try it with the legs lifted. Heels push away. Elbows in towards the body, lower. And find the shoulders at elbow height. Watch that the hips aren't dropping too low like this or picking too high like that. Can you level them off? Press, press, press. And breathe. Head in a neutral position. Drop the knees, push back, and relax. And we're just going to practice this a little bit. So this is our second stage. You can either do it prop free, without a block, or without the blocks or the strap. Or you can either bring in the blocks, which I'll do for this round, and then on the last round I'll do it without anything. So you can see the different ways that we can come into the pose. So hands are behind the blocks, or hands are shoulder width apart. Full plank, or you can keep the knees on the floor for support. Elbows draw in, in. Can we lower down? Watch the hips and just rest back. If you prefer to push up into an up dog, you can do. Inhale. Watch those elbows, watch those shoulders. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. I'm going to get rid of the blocks for this one. So without the block, without the strap, hands are shoulder width apart, legs are lifted, full plank, push the heels back, draw the shoulders forward a little, elbows squeezing towards the ribs, lower the shoulders to elbow height, and hold. 2, 1, drop back and into child's pose. So we want, if we can, to find like a 90-degree angle here in the arm, and we want to keep on hugging the elbows in towards the body. So this isn't a position that comes from brute strength. It's not a press up. It's more of a pose that relies on technique and on alignment. I've got really rubbish upper body strength, so I struggle with press ups. I can't really do press ups at all, but I can do chaturanga because my body weight is being supported by the arms. As soon as I lose the elbows, whoop, I'll fall down. So you want to think about the top of the arms like a little ledge supporting the ribs. So they're helping you stay here in position. And then we'll drop down and rest. So just to kind of recap different ways of getting into the pose, of working towards it from knees, chest, chin. We've got knees, chest, chin with the hands on the floor, the knees on the ground, elbows hugging towards the body, and we lower the shoulders below elbow height. Now it's okay for the shoulders to be below the elbow height here because the knees are helping to support our body weight. It's when the knees are lifted that we tend to load too much here into the shoulders and in towards the neck. So you can stick with your knees, chest, chin. If you're ready for a little bit more, we want to take ourselves down to chaturanga arms. So do it first of all with the knees on the mat as well. And lower the shoulders to elbow height, hold there, and press up. And just kind of getting used to the sensation of the shoulders being in line with the elbows. If you're ready for it, full plank, heels back, core engaged, elbows in, lower, lower, lower. Find your shoulders at elbow height, and then press either up and into cobra or up dog, or back and into child's pose. So I really hope that breakdown of chaturanga pose has helped. Any questions, any feedback, anything at all you want to get in touch with, always feel free, either via the comments or through our Instagram page. Thanks again for watching. If you're enjoying the content up to now and would like to stay updated on our latest videos, please hit the subscribe button below, and just know that your support really helps us. Thanks again for watching. Have a lovely day and see you soon.